Hello, my name is Nguyễn Thị Lan Trinh, but you can call me Cici. I'm 20 years old and currently majoring in English studies. It's my honor to be here to tell you guys a story about the way that I view happiness. A couple of months ago, I went back home to visit my family after a hectic summer. There was a time in our lunch break when me and my daddy has a conversation that I consider very meaningful and impactful to me, which was about happiness. To tell you the truth, in the past, I rarely bat an eye about the word happiness, even though there were countless times that I had to write essay about it as a homework. For someone who hasn't done yet, I used to study in a very toxic way. I just wanted to get a high score. That was the reason why every time I faced with that topic, I just surfed the internet to understand the common display of people's happiness, but never listened to my inner voice to see what actually made me feel happy. I view happiness as something that I had to seek and reach. And my own time mindset was always, I will be happy when I get a high score. I will be happy when I can pass the exam. I will be happy when I can buy that luxury jacket. Or I will be happy when I can travel to that fancy place. Then what? I got through all of it and I got all of it. But did I actually feel the thing which is called happiness? The answer was yes, absolutely. But that golden moment just only lasts for a day, an hour, or even just in a minute. I would say that it was really hard to actually feel the happiness in a span of 2 days, let alone a week or month. Therefore, I contemplated in a miserable way about the reason why it is so hard to be happy and why when I got it, it could vanish in a glimpse of an eye. Then I continued to live in a state of having a lot of insecurities outside those happy moments. Until 2 years ago, as the pandemic created an infamous presence in Vietnam. Thankfully, my family and my loved one wasn't affected negatively because of that. But when observing what happened to my fellow countrymen, I was in a breakdown. My heart was torn apart. I got chills every time I saw the news about COVID on every social media. The more I felt sorry for what happened to people, the more I felt grateful, the more I cherished my life, the life that I used to consider full of difficulties. Pandemic was a time that I lived slowly the most during my 19 years on Earth. The first time that I could go on with my life, but didn't have to care about the hustle outside, literally living wholeheartedly, like a kid. My mindset about happiness had changed dramatically after I found that it can come from just small, everyday things. My motto before, which was, I will be happy when I get this, when I get that, it was completely wrong. After everything, even though I got and I achieved everything that I want, I would still feel miserable in my life after. Now I know that the present is all I have. Instead of heavily hustling for something in the future, I just need to slow down a bit. That is when I feel those humble little things can make me feel happy wholeheartedly. My life has moved to another page since that mindset grew on me. I'm very excited and grateful to say that 2022 is one of my most meaningful years ever. And because now I have learned to find joy and beauty in every little things. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it's like the feeling of enlightenment. I've been feeling really peaceful internally since I acknowledge it. This is a story of the process of changing my mindset about happiness. I really hope that my video can inspire people and help them to realize that small things can become a true happiness, even though it is small. Thank you so much for your listening.